Awesome. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Megan Cooper from JaMonkey.com. First of all, congratulations on the film. So I'll start off. I know that Francine Rivers worked with you guys on the screenplay and with DJ. So was there any input from her in terms of creating these roles? I know they were really heavy.
Yeah, I think she had loads of input, especially behind the scenes. What I
Mm.
loved really is that when she flew out to South Africa to watch the filming, I was really nervous that she'd kind of give me notes on how to play him because I mean these are characters that she's brought to life, 30 years ago. She's lived
Right.
with these people for so long, and so I thought when I remember doing my first scenes in front of her, and kind of watching for her reaction, seeing does she like it, does she not, and she was so gracious and so lovely, and just let everybody kind of get on with it. And I think that takes a lot of courage. I'd be so it's
Yeah,
hard not to control what you've written and created, but she was so graceful.
she did. She just kind of sat in the back and watched,
Let us
and
do
it
it,
was,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was so kind and very, yeah, surprising because I was kind of the same way. I was like, I felt like, oh my gosh, I hope I'm doing it
Yeah,
justice.
she's
And
gonna write me an
she was
email with
so
like
great.
everything
Yeah.
I'm doing wrong
Dear Tom.
tomorrow. But yeah, she
Yeah.
was great.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So, Tom, what were some of your favorite scenes from the film?
Oh, there's loads. My favorite scene to watch, and I think was to film actually, was the scene that they first meet when he first enters the brothel and sees her, and they have their first exchange. And from the moment they meet, as soon as I read the script, that scene for my audition, that was the scene that one of the scenes I auditioned with. The chemistry between them is undeniable. So it's just beautiful to kind of play off each other and find that spark that they had.
Yeah. So, Abigail, you had mentioned in a previous interview about this being a timeless story. So, what are
Mm.
you hoping the audiences are going to take away from the film?
I mean, I think there's so many things that you can take away from this film. Personally, I hope that people walk away from this having more of an insight and understanding around the psychological effects of abuse on on people, and I hope that it kind of brings light to a subject matter that isn't always talked about, or yeah, that I feel needs to be talked about more. And I just hope that it is, I love that this story doesn't shy away and it shows the good, the bad, the ugly. And I think that's such an important thing in filmmaking and in storytelling, because how else are we supposed to impact people
Yeah.
without going there? And I think that's exactly what, you know, when I read the script, that's exactly what it did. And I was, yeah, just very, very impressed. But I also, I hope that people walk out with a sense of hope and maybe peace, and a feeling of, especially in these times, that even if it feels like you are surrounded by darkness, there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that is why it's timeless.
That's why
But,
the
yeah.
script is so good, though, because it has that brutality and it has the harshness of life back then, an angel's story. But it's a movie of hope, and it's a movie of light, and it's a movie of strength and resilience, and that's the kind of core message that I think I definitely took away from watching the movie.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Abigail, your character Angel, she plays a very heavy storyline, obviously. So when I think about some of the topics that you kind of have to discuss in this film, how do you kind of disconnect from that and kind of go whew, at the end of the day of filming some of these hard scenes?
Gosh,
You watched a lot of
glass
The
of wine
Bachelor.
helps. Yeah, I watched The Bachelor and a glass of wine.
I would
No,
I would go
I
in
would.
between takes and in between scenes at lunch. I'd like knock on her trailer door, and she'd be in there like eating her lunch, just watching The Bachelor like reruns. I was
Forgot
like, it
about
was
that.
so good. I
Yeah,
never
just
watched it.
surviving.
I never heard of the show before because I just live in the UK. We didn't really have it, and so it was it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely watching The Bachelor. No, I mean, yeah, I guess. I do like to separate myself, but I think I look at it as, Angel's story is Angel's story, and I have the honor of kind of and responsibility of telling that, and reminding myself that, like, this is another woman's story, going to step into these shoes, and now I'm stepping out, is a good tool for me. And it, I mean, we had a wonderful crew and set to kind of foster such a, safe environment as well. So it felt very, I felt very at home. So I was definitely comforted and taken care of. So it was definitely made it a lot easier.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much, and congratulations again on the film. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you
nice
so
to meet
much.
you.
Bye-bye.